Hello, welcome to Campusole Tea Time, Campusole's very own TV show dedicated to everything golf. Each week we'll be talking about one of the holes on Campusole Golf Course, the approach, the difficulties, the stroke index, and obviously the highs and the lows. So today I'm joined in the studio by Rob Greatley.
Hi Hayley.
Hi.
Hi everybody watching. Great to be back.
Okay,
What hole are we talking about today?
we're going to talk about hole 16,
Okay.
which at stroke index 6,
One of the harder holes.
one of the harder holes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the approximate distance?
Hole 16 is from the whites 367 metres.
Okay, and there's not a lot of difference between the tee
No, all-
boxes.
all-
They're
all
all
tees.
4 tee boxes are pretty much.
One tee box, although there is quite a distance between the reds and the whites.
Yes, yes, but it's one tee box.
One tee box.
But they're fairly close together.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we've got to look at the challenges faced from the tee box.
Okay, well, so first of all, it's a fairly straight hole. You can see the flag from the tee,
You can, yeah.
but you've got a lot of jeopardy on this hole.
A lot of jeopardy.
Yeah,
I know.
mean, the first of all, the fairway is relatively narrow.
Yeah.
You've got penalty area, red penalty area running all the way down the right-hand side.
All the way down
All
the
the way
right hand
down.
side, which is kind of protected by a lot of oleanders, but that
Yeah.
leads you then down into the
Into the
ravine.
Rambler.
Yeah,
Into the
the
Rambler,
Rambler.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's the obvious danger there.
Yeah,
There are a couple of mounds running
Yeah.
along the right hand side, which potentially could protect your ball.
well, yeah, it eventually stops the ball. Otherwise, would literally just roll off into the penalty
Yes,
area. So yeah,
yeah.
there is a possibility of that. Yeah, definitely.
Say, and that's all red state down there.
All
so
so, the whole way down the hole.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on the left hand side,
Okay, so we've got
let's start with the
bit of the desert area.
the no play zone.
where we've got no play zone now.
Yeah.
Although you do get free relief and no play
You do-
zone.
yes. Yeah.
And then that leads then to the large lake
Yeah.
on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Obviously a red penalty area as well. So
Yeah.
you've got penalty areas both
Yeah.
sides,
Yeah.
fairly narrow fairway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, on the face of it, it doesn't look like a difficult hole, but as we say, you know, with red stakes either side, unless you're fairly straight hitter.
If you can hit it straight,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
How many of you are hitting it straight every time? Not many.
Okay. So driver, would you take a driver? You suggest from
Yeah,
there?
you've got to take a driver off the tee.
And your driver would potentially get you to maybe just adjacent with the lake, maybe a bit
Yeah, maybe
further
little
on a
bit
good
further.
day.
Yeah, maybe a little bit further. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. But obviously, if you're in trouble, you've got penalty shots going on.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that happens a lot.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so your second shot.
Do you take a driver, by the way?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Always a driver. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody. Maybe Brett Wilcox.
Yeah, who's a very big hitter.
yeah, iron.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure about Glenn. Maybe Glenn Trigg would be 3-wood. But look, the majority of people
Yeah.
are going to be taking a driver.
I guess because it's on the back nine and it's hole 16, you know, you've got to look at your card that's
Oh,
going
maybe.
on at the time.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, and if you're on for a potentially really good card,
Yeah.
you might want to play a little bit
Yeah,
sensible
possibly.
on that hole.
if you're
But
that-
generally,
If you're that way inclined.
if you're that way inclined.
Okay.
Yeah. But generally, yeah. So driver getting roughly towards adjacent with the water.
Yeah. Would you do that? You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't get that far. No.
No.
No, I'm just hypothetically speaking.
So your second shot is going to be totally different.
So
from mine.
so my second shot would probably be about halfway between the tee box and the water, somewhere around there, around
So
the
what-
white.
What club are you taking? Second shot.
Oh, second shot. Oh, probably 5-wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but if I'm feeling a bit scared and I've got a good card, I might just
What? Get your putter out.
might be. It has happened.
No.
No, not that far back.
Okay. Fine.
No, I'd probably take an iron if I was just wanted to be really, really sensible.
Okay.
Because your second shot does then bring the water into play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, from my point of view, it does because.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is with the water, it's not a straight line, is it?
No,
There's nearer the green, it does come out into.
it does,
the
and
fairway.
that's the worrying thing as
Yeah.
well. You know,
And also it
if-
slopes towards the lake at that point.
and if we're talking about dangers on the hole, you know, for your second shot, there's a couple of bunkers on the right hand
There
side.
is.
They're not, you know, major bunkers,
No.
but they're there.
Yeah.
But the more of a concern is the water on the left hand side.
Absolutely.
And your second shot, you know, if you've got a bit of a draw and it comes
Yeah.
in, you know, and it just slopes straight down, you know, you could end up in
Yeah.
the water taking a penalty shot, which means that you know, so
What you'll find with a lot of people is because they know that the water's there, they will then decide to play more to the right.
yes,
The next thing in, you've gone too far to the
too
right.
far to the right.
And you're in the other penalty on the
yeah,
other side. So,
I know. It's
Yeah.
a lovely hole, isn't it?
yeah.
And also, I know the water is marked with red stakes, but
Yes.
it's not. If you don't know the hole, it's not obvious how far that inlet.
No, and
comes
the
in.
other thing as well now is because the grass has been allowed to grow a little bit.
Yeah.
It's actually you can't actually see the edge of, whereas before you used to be able to see the edge of the
Yeah,
lake.
you can't see it
now.
now.
You can't actually see
I
it.
know, I know.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of like you hit the shot and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll wait and see when I get there.
Of course, the other good thing about having the rough a little bit longer on that side is the ball doesn't necessarily run into the lake
Yeah,
if you get it slightly wrong.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So the actual going into is very narrow,
Yeah.
isn't it? From the inlet, and then you've got a bunker on that side.
Yeah.
So say it's your second shot onto the green. You
second
need
shot?
to well your second shot.
well,
yeah.
my second shot would be 7-iron. If
Yeah.
if I've only got 150 yards left, if I've got anything more than that, obviously,
yeah,
maybe a 6-iron.
yeah. And you'll generally reach the green with that second shot.
It once again depends on the wind really. If it's a calm day, I can do driver 7-iron, and I would look to be making the green.
Yeah, yeah,
But very often you get wind against in this hole,
yeah,
especially in the afternoon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like for me, you know, 1, 2, my third, I'll be looking to get my third shot on the green. But with that very short inlet,
Yeah.
you know, you need to be close enough to be able to get some height to get over. And then when
Yeah,
you...
either that, or run it to the right-hand side of the green because
Yes,
the green
because
does slope
it
to the
slopes
left.
massively, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean that's an option.
Yeah. So when you're on the green, yeah, you need to be heading towards the right. Because
Yeah.
this is one of the few, well, the only green where we've got
2 tiers.
2 tiers.
2 tiers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
I think it is the only green.
It's quite brutal.
It can be,
Yeah.
depending on where the flag is.
Yeah, which is another thing. But just sticking with the green for now. So you're a shot onto the green. You need to be looking on the right because it's going to come down, isn't it?
If
Whereas-
I mean, I don't necessarily do that. I mean,
For you?
no, I mean, if I'm only 100 yards from the green, I'd be looking to pitch towards the flag, regardless of where the flag is.
Regardless, what even if it's on the...
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's very brave.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've been discussing that is about where the flag's placed. And
Yeah.
I just want to take a little shout out to Owen Moore. Can you be a little bit kinder with the flag position, please, on this hole?
Yeah.
Brutal recently.
It's very brutal.
Brutal recently, Owen.
Yeah.
Go on.
It does feel like it's just on the slope,
Yeah.
you
has
know.
been a
So
lot recently.
you're having a downward putt,
Yeah.
which just could, you know, you've literally just got to touch it, otherwise it's just heading
Yeah.
towards the water.
Yeah.
If you hit it too far pitching on the green on the left,
Yeah.
you've got the danger of it rolling off into the water
Yeah.
because at the front there's not a lot to stop it. There's
No.
a bit more at the back, there's a bit
Yeah.
more grass at the back, but at the front there's nothing to stop it.
Well, certainly the other side. I mean, it's about what,
I know.
a meter to between
I
the green
know.
and the water.
I know, it's scary.
Yeah.
But then you've got an uphill putt, which is probably better, but
It's still difficult.
it's still difficult judging it.
So the message goes out, Owen, just a little bit kinder with the pin position, please.
Okay, you've got that message, Owen.
But
Okay,
it's quite a big green. So
it is quite a big green. Yeah, so at the back, yeah, we've got quite a lot of grassy areas. So
Yeah.
if you do overshoot the green,
yeah,
you're not in too much trouble. You can
No.
chip back on.
chip back onto
Yeah.
the green. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you get 2 shots at the moment.
I get 2 shots
So as
on that hole.
As we talked before about getting greens
I
in
know,
regulation.
be sensible. Okay.
Get
So
on the green in 4 for you.
if I'm happy to get on the green in 4,
Right.
and then if I can 2-putt, I'll come away with 2 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's just about being sensible, I think, on that.
Yeah, I mean
On that
that
hole.
goes for everybody. I mean, if you can score 2 points on every hole, you've got 36 points.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
play to your handicap,
Yeah.
play to regulation.
Yeah.
You can get a good score.
Yeah. But again, you know, for the straight hitters, you know, I would be kind of disappointed to come away with a 6. I would expect a 5 on that hole.
Right. Okay. You're expecting a net birdie then.
Yes,
Right, okay.
I am.
Well done.
Depending on Owen's pin position. Of
Yeah,
course.
quite. Yeah. No, I'm generally happy for a 5.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
obviously I'll get 1 shot on that hole. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally happy.
Yeah,
If
so
I
you'll
get,
come away
if I
with
get
2.
better than 5, I manage to get on the green in 2 and 2 putt.
Yeah.
I'm even more happy. So
Yeah. Thanks, Rob. That was really interesting.
Great, enjoyed it.
Thank you. Hopefully that gives you a bit more insight. I hope you found it interesting, and maybe it's given you a few things to think about. We look forward to seeing you again on Tea Time, when we'll be exploring another hole on Campus Hole. Thank
Bye.
you, Rob.
See you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye.
Bye.